Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to replace the screen on this LG Aristo 2. Alright, let's go ahead and see. So this is my first time working on this, so let's see. Okay, so first thing, we got to remove the bottom cover. So just get like a pry tool or something in the gap around this plastic cover. Alright, you got the battery here. The customer bent it all up. It's pretty crazy. But anyways, take that off. Make sure that your phone is off as well. Okay. Jeez. Hope this battery doesn't explode. It's like, that's pretty badly bent. Jeez. Okay, well, I don't want to mess around with it too much. Their battery is working, so I don't want to make it explode. Okay, so now we have access to the back. You gotta take out the micro SD card and then the SIM as well. So the SIM, if you haven't taken this out before, you have access to it in the front. You can pull that, and then you have access to this. And hopefully we can slide that out. If you don't have like grip to slide this out, you can use like a piece of tape or something. So let me piece of tape, and you can just use some tape and use that to help grip it and pull that out, as you can see. Okay, so there we go. All right, so set that aside. Okay, there's a bunch of little screws here, so we're gonna have to take these out. Okay, let's zoom out here. Also, let's make sure that the replacement screen is good. It came in this plasticky bag. Let's see. Take it out. Slide this off. Okay. And we'll cut this open. Let's see what we got in here. How's this? Does it slide open? Alright, comes with some tools here. I'm probably not going to use any of those, we'll see. But, okay, we'll set that aside. And here's what the screen looks like. We want to make sure it looks the same. Okay, so we got the lens, camera lens hole, the other little things, and the speaker grill. Okay, so we're basically going to want to match everything up to this, okay? Let's go ahead and take all of these little screws out. I believe they are J0 or PH0 screws. Okay, so you want to keep all the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. So the way I do that is I put them flat side down on my desk in the pattern I remove them. So we'll take it out and then we'll just line it up like that, okay? And I'm going to put them in that pattern. So let's go ahead and take all the screws out. So we got one there. Let me see, should I zoom in more? I don't know. Okay, 2. A lot of screws, so make sure to keep track of them. 3. Okay. All right, 4. Also, there's a like moisture detection sticker in here. Looks like it's already pink, so usually that means that moisture came in contact with that area. But their phone is working, it's just their screen is all cracked and splotchy, so. Okay, 3, 4, 5. We got another one over here. 6. 7. Hopefully this will come apart like how the old phones used to come apart. And we'll see. 8, 9. Okay, all these screws look to be about the same, but again, it's always good to keep them in order just in case. Also, if you end up trying to figure out where a screw came from, like it's a lot easier if you have it in the pattern and remove it, then you know how many screws you have and where they need to go. Okay, so this has some labeling here, 4G, CV1, I don't know what that, I think 4G, I guess that's the antenna, I don't know what CV1 is. Alright, so now that we got all those screws out, let's see if we can pop this out. Usually what I do is I kind of go from in here and see if I can pull this. Let's see, nope, not working. Try the side. Not working. What about this side? Gonna have to pull some frame back to get to this. Nope. Let's try the top here. Not coming out. What about if I try and pry from here? No. Twisting it a little bit. Okay, so this thing is being a little bit of a pain. Let's take a look at the other and see if there's any signs of like clips. I don't see any clips. You have these bumps here. Okay, so these bumps are built into the case. So most likely, because this has also those bumps, we probably have to get above this layer and see if we can pull that somehow. Let's see. Not quite working. I can actually see where it separates here. Okay, so you can see I can get my fingernail in between that gap there. I don't know if that's going to separate it and pull it apart, but let's try. Jeez, this thing's holding together tough. Alright, you can see also the gap here, so we gotta pull up here. Oh, is this gonna come out separately? Oh, this piece is cracked a little, so be careful with that. And I guess we'll start from this bottom. It came up a little bit. Come on, let go. Nope, let's work our way, continue working our way around this side. Wow, this piece is holding together real strong here. Let me take a closer look at the replacement. Actually, I can see there's supposed to be some clips around here. So the clips are around the outer edge. Does that mean I can pull this outer frame off? Okay, so get around this outer frame. Yep, there we go. Okay, and we're just gonna work our way around. So I'm getting my fingernail in that gap. You can use plastic pry tools again, but yeah, I'm using fingernails. We're gonna go around this edge. You can see it's all popping apart. You want to go slow, carefully, just in case. You can see all these little plastic bits are kind of falling out as well. Jeez. What's that? Oh, I think their button fell out too. See that? So all this, whatever dropping they did, lots of pieces are falling apart, falling out. Okay, where did that little button even come from? Oh, here. So this button fell out. You can see how it has the little spring kind of mechanism in there. So this needs to go back in there, and I'm assuming it goes the other way, so. Right. I see. So this one has a little plastic thing that holds this black one in place. This one, the plastic is missing. It fell off. So that's how that goes. I guess we can kind of brush this out and clean it a little bit since we have it open. Alright, and you can actually see in here all these little metal contact points where it makes contact with the board for the antennas. Okay, and then you have this little, so the speaker or the motor, I think that's a vibration motor, and then you have this, vibration motor, and then the speaker here. Okay, we'll set that aside. There's going to be lots of broken glass, so you got to be careful. Sweep that up. Make sure to get rid of it. Okay, what else? We got this little connector here. We got to get underneath and flip that up. So I use my fingernail. Let's see. And we'll pop that out. All right, so there's the back camera. We'll set that aside. Okay, what else do we got in here? Okay, we have this connector we need to disconnect, so get under there with a pry tool or your fingernail, and that's on the replacement screen as well. So, all right, let me see if I can put these side by side so you can kind of see what we're going to be replacing. You're going to lose this little sticker here. This has like a little coating there, kind of cool. All right, are there any other screws we need to remove from inside here? I don't see any extra screws, so I guess we probably just gotta pull it up carefully. Okay, we're gonna carefully just get underneath and slightly lift it, carefully, slowly. Get underneath here, wiggle. Okay, this camera is kind of wiggling around. Let's see, lift here. All right, we're just very slowly, carefully lifting this board. All right. this has all the data and everything on it, so you want to be very careful. It looks like they might have had their screen replaced in the past, because usually when you buy these screens, it doesn't have these kinds of stickers in, I mean, when it comes from factory, it doesn't have those kinds of stickers. So it looks like they must have replaced this in the past at some point. Okay, let's go ahead and compare the two together. So you have the connector, you have the contact points. I don't think we need to migrate anything. It looks like the headphone jack is built into the screen for the replacement. Very nice. As well as the ear speaker. It's built into the screen. There's this for the microphone, this little hole. That's not built into the screen, but the little hole is. And then they have a little camera protector thing that you got, the lens, you gotta make sure to remove that. So this screen is actually super easy to replace. I guess we can move this over. I think at one point, because the corner edge seems a little peeled up, they probably transferred this sticker. Okay, so we're gonna get underneath and transfer this sticker over to the new one, if we can. That's probably why the sticker's all scuffed up, because when you peel it off, the ink kind of cracks a little bit. Let's move this out of the way, and we're gonna try and carefully peel this out. Okay. Okay, there we go. We'll set that aside, and we'll put this sticker in here. Okay. There we go. Now we have a nice sticker, and it looks like nice from factory. I'm gonna leave that black plasticky thing there. The other one doesn't have that, but unless it's causing some problem, I'm gonna leave that in there. And I think that's all we need to transfer. Actually, that's a very nice build. This camera is very easy to remove. Alright. And yeah, not really much else. There are the little contact points here. And then if the charge port breaks, you have to repair it from this. There's all these tiny little capacitors or resistors and stuff. More of these little spring-loaded contact points. The battery contact point soldered there. You got this. And yeah, again, the microphone, I believe this is the microphone. Okay, and yeah, basically just got to drop this back in, make sure everything lines up properly. Okay, drop it in, line everything up carefully, push it into place. Okay, make sure everything's seated properly. And then we have this little connector, just flip that back over and make sure it lines up before you press down. You don't want to damage it. Okay, line that up, click that down into place. Perfect. Okay, this is probably the easiest phone screen I've ever had to replace. And all the new ones I don't even replace anymore because they're too much of a pain for me. All right, we do got to get the little camera lens plasticky thing out, so I'm gonna just use some little tweezers. Okay, get that out. You can get the camera, drop that in, line this up. Okay, make sure to get it in place and just click that down like a Lego. Alright, make sure this seats in properly. It was a little bit pushed forward, so I had to slide it down a little. Okay, looks good. Alright, then we just got to get this, oops, what are all these little broken plastic bits coming out here? So yeah, there's all these little broken plastic bits we got to be careful with. Make sure they're not floating around inside the case when you go to put it back. So because this plastic piece for the buttons is broken, let me clean this stuff up. Okay, so what we gotta do, we gotta leave it tilted sideways like this, and then seat the whole case and everything in. Okay, grab that. So we're gonna go at an angle this way, and you just gotta snap it all back in. Oh, this part is raised a little bit, so you do have to get the bottom in first. Okay, I guess we gotta pop this back out. Can we? I can unpop the clips. Alright, so let's get the bottom in first, because the headphone jack port kind of protrudes out, so we gotta go in slightly at an angle, get that in. Okay, once you get that lower portion in, then we should hopefully be able to sandwich everything else in. Work your way around, clicking it all back into place. Alright, make sure the frame and everything lines up. Looks good. Alright, now we just got to get all the screws back in. But before doing that, let's go ahead and get the SIM card back into place. Okay, slide the SIM card back in, just like that, and the SD card. Okay, should get that back in. Okay, now it all looks good. Let's get the battery back in there, and let's make sure it powers up. So yeah, this battery's kind of scaring me. It's too curved. I need to flatten it back out so it doesn't put pressure on the rest of the thing. Problem is, it doesn't want to flatten out. I'm gonna use like a couple popsicle sticks to raise a bump, and then have the center, and then let's try and push from the sides. It's not quite working. Let's try with another one in the center. Raise it higher off the desk. Okay, it's still curved quite a bit, so we gotta try and flatten this battery back out. Jeez. Okay, that's not working, so let's try and just do one in the middle. I don't know, I can't really bend it well. Okay, it's pretty crazy. It won't bend back. Okay, well, that's about as good as I can probably get it. It's so bent. I don't know. I don't want it to explode. Let's go ahead and put the battery in, and then let's go ahead and power it on. Hold the button, and I felt it buzz. There we go. So it's working. You can see the whole screen. Before it was all splotchy. We're now going to put the screws back, and then put the bottom cover back on. The customer also wanted me to install a screen protector that they brought, so we'll see. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Very simple to replace. Pretty cool. I'm surprised. Normally there's a lot more connectors you have to disconnect, a lot more screws and layers. There's a lot of glues and things going on. These old phones were designed in a way that if something breaks, you can replace it. All the new phones, especially with the water sealing, yeah, no, they're designed to like throw in the garbage. Okay, this one screw I don't think I can put back because the plastic all was broken off. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't know if I should put that screw, because if I do, it'll probably end up rolling around inside the case. But let me see. Maybe I can do it with a little thread locker, but I don't know. Will it hold still? It'll hold still. Okay. I'll probably put a tiny bit of thread locker just in case, because again, I don't want the screw to come loose after like vibration and stuff and then start rolling around inside the phone. That won't be good at all. So we're gonna put a tiny bit of thread locker, and hopefully that should be good. Alright, we're almost done getting all these screws back in. And then we'll see about getting the screen protector on. Okay, we're getting lots of ringing and stuff here. Okay, I'm going to take this middle screw back out, and we're going to put a tiny bit of thread locker in there. Okay, that way it won't come loose at all. Okay, just a tiny bit, come on. Just very tiny dab. I don't even know if you can see it on camera. Put a very tiny amount, okay? And now we'll just get that screw back in. All right, and that should keep it from spinning itself out from vibration. All right, let me clean up the bottom cover because there's a little dust on it. Get this back on. Okay. Also, the case has a little opening for easy removal. Like the old phones, all the old phones used to have that. The new phones now are designed to like, yeah. So let's, oh, why'd it turn off? Oh, battery is low, that's why. So it's still on, but the battery is so low, it's like very dim. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. So it's at 2%. So let me charge this up a little bit. Let's see. Will it charge actually with... let me see. I have a little USB-C micro USB adapter, and we're going to charge this up. Okay. Now I can actually see what's going on here. So we can actually see, all right. And I want to test the buttons here. Oh, wake up. Okay, I just wanted to make sure the volume up and volume down works because one of those buttons fell out, and it does work. So yeah, all that's left to do is to put their screen protector that they bought. Here we go. Okay, it has a little cleaning kit and everything. Usually these cleaning kits aren't all that great, but let's try it. Okay. Alright, for external use only. So this has the sticker to guide it, and then this is to like pick up dust. Let's zoom out a little bit more. Okay. So, care here, alcohol prep pad. Let's go ahead and peel this off. You can see there's already stuff stuck underneath. Okay, and I don't know how old this is, so this thing is actually so old the alcohol pad is dry. So I'm gonna have to put my own isopropyl alcohol on it. Just gonna wipe that on. Alright, here we go. And then be careful because these screens aren't waterproof. Alright, got the little yellow cleaning cloth here. Microfiber-ish. Oh, that thing is throwing its own dust on here. Okay. Good, alright. I do see a little bit of dust still stuck there, so I'm going to use this sticker to help pick up any dust. Honestly, you can use packaging tape to do this as well. You don't need this. Oh, turn that off. You don't need this kind of tape that comes with it. And dust keeps trying to go back on it, so. The other issue is this kind of introduces static. So it can also get dust under there. Okay, so this is the back. And where's the other? Oh, I guess it only goes one way. Yeah, there's still gonna be like all these little dust thingies. Okay, I do it, and then more dust just goes back on it, so. Alright, so we're gonna line this up. We're gonna use these to help guide the thing so it doesn't move around. Or we're gonna try. Okay, so the guide sticker number 1, we will put it here. And let me see. Gotta center this thing. They have a lot of new technology for applying screen protectors that on the new stuff, they have all these little trays and stuff that help keep it lined up. This doesn't have that, so it's kind of a lot more difficult to apply. Wrap that around. Good. Get another sticker here. Okay, stick that on. Wrap that around. Good. Alright. Let's do the other 2 just to make sure it holds on really well and doesn't slide around. Okay, we're basically making like a book. Alright. There we go. Now we'll open this. Make sure there's no dust underneath. Oops. Okay. Then lift that. Slowly peel this away. And drop that back down into place. Alright, now that you got that, just kind of run your finger over the center. You can see the bubbles spread out. Oh, it's leaving bubbles. That's not good. That's not how it's supposed to happen. So let's go ahead and peel this up slowly, carefully. Okay, and let's see if we go from this side instead. It's making it's trapping air bubbles, air pockets. These, usually the new ones have like a grid in the adhesive that prevents it from doing that. But yeah, these cheapy old ones, styles don't have that. Okay, so we gotta carefully work our way over. Uh-oh, I think there's some dust trap under there. That's not good. Now we're gonna be stuck with that bubble there forever. Pretty sure this is not gonna work. Let's try. Okay, that worked a lot better, but not 100% perfect, but way better. Okay. Get that. Okay. It's probably the best we're gonna get it with this old style adhesive and stuff that they put under there. Let's peel this off. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Let's drop this. Bye.